Let us continue reading this book by Uriah Smith, Daniel Revelation 1897. We are now reading Revelation chapter 6, verses 12 to 17. Before I share with you today's reading, I would like to invite you for a word of prayer. My Father in heaven, glory and honor be to your name. Thank you have preserved, provided, and protected us. And thank you for the truth that is marching on. May your people will understand your word. I pray in the name of your Son, through your Son, Jesus Christ. Amen. The moon became as blood. The darkness of the following day, May 19, 1780, was as natural as that of the day has been. The darkness of the following evening was probably as gross as has ever been observed since the almighty Fiat gave birth to light. I could not help conceiving at the time that if every luminous body in the universe had been shrouded in an impenetrable darkness or struck out of existence, the darkness could not have been more complete. A sheet of white paper held within a few inches of the eyes was equally invisible, with the blackest velvet. Mr. Tenney of Exeter in North Hampshire, quoted by Mr. Gage to the Historical Society. Dr. Adams, already quoted, wrote concerning the night following the dark day. Almost everyone who happened to be out in the evening got lost in going home. The darkness was as uncommon in the night as it was in the day, as the moon had fooled the day before. This statement respecting the phase of the moon proves the impossibility of an eclipse of the sun at the time. And whenever on this memorable night the moon did appear, as at certain times it did, it had, according to this prophecy, the appearance of blood. And the stars of heaven fell. The voice of history still is fulfilled, being a much later event than the darkening of the sun. There are multitudes in whose memories it is as fresh as though it were but yesterday. We refer to the great meteoric shower of November 13, 1833. On this point, a few extracts will suffice. At the cry, "Look out of the window," I sprang from a deep sleep and with wonder saw the cast lighted up with the dawn and meteors. I called to my wife to beheld, and while rubbing, she exclaimed, "See how the stars fall?" I replied, "That is the wonder." And we felt in our hearts that it was a sign of the last days. For truly the stars of heaven fell upon the earth, even as a fig tree casteth her untimely figs when she is shaken of a mighty wind. Revelation 6:13. This language of the prophet has always been received as metaphorical. Yesterday, it was literally fulfilled. The ancients understood by aster in Greek and stella in heaven and Latin. The smaller lights of heaven, the refinement of modern astronomy has made distinction between stars of heaven and meteors of heaven. Therefore, the idea of the prophet, as it is expressed in the original Greek, was literally fulfilled in the phenomenon of yesterday. So as no man before yesterday had conceived to be possible that it should be fulfilled. The immense size and distance of the planets and fixed stars forbid the idea of their falling into the earth. Larger bodies cannot fall in myriads into a smaller body, and most of the planets and all the fixed stars are many times larger than our earth. But these fell toward the earth. And how did they fall? Neither myself nor one of the family heard any report. And were I to hunt through nature for a simile, I could not find one so apt to illustrate the appearance of the heavens as that which St. John uses in the prophecy before quoted. The stars of heaven fell unto the earth. They were not sheets or flakes or drops of fire, but they were what the world understands by falling stars. And one speaking to his fellow in the midst of the sea would say, "See how the stars fall." And he who heard would not stop to correct the astronomy of the speaker any more than he would reply, "The sun does not move," to one who should tell him the sun is rising. The stars fell, even as a fig tree casteth her untimely figs when she is shaken of a mighty wind. Here is the exactness of the prophet. The falling stars did not come as if from several trees shaken, but from one. Those which appeared in the east fell toward the east. Those which appeared in the north fell toward the north. Those which appeared in the west fell toward the west. And those which appeared the south, for I went out of my residence in the park, fell toward the south. And they fell not as ripe fruit falls from far from it, but they flew, they were cast like the unripe, which are at first refuses to leave the branch. And when under a violent pressure, it does break its hold. It flies swiftly, straight out, descending, and in the multitude falling. Some cross the track of others as they are thrown with more or less force. But each one falls on its own side of the tree. Henry Dana Ward. We'll continue reading the next paragraph the next time. May God our Father will bless you.